How many of you remember Noggin? How many of you remember Moose and Z? Moose and Z were hosts for Noggin, which was a commercial-free educational program targeted towards preschoolers. You probably remember their old slogan, "It's like preschool on TV." Noggin would eventually change its name to Nick Jr. in 2009, which is probably what most of you remember it as. Me personally, I grew up with it knowing it as Nick Jr. However, despite the name change, everything would remain the same. Noggin and/or Nick Jr. had a flawless format that showcased 24 hours of shows, and each would nurture every aspect of what parents and caregivers teach, such as manners, numbers, and colors, for example. Within their programming, they had classic animated cartoons, along with computer-generated and even the time-honored puppet shows. Some of these shows captured the hearts of many children and adults' hearts. Shows like Jack's Big Music Show, Oswald, Little Bear, Upside Down Show, Franklin, Yo Gabba Gabba, Dora, Go Diego Go, Olivia, Wow Wow Wubsy, Fresh Beat Band, and so much more. In between each show, children were guided by the adoring twosome Moose and Z instead of the conventional and all too familiar commercials. Moose and Z would chaperone kids through memory games, counting, letter games, and songs that even adults grew to love. They were, in essence, the mascots for the only 24-hour spot for children on television. Whether meals were being prepared, beds were being made, or laundry was being put away, the content of Nick Jr. with the supplementary teachings of Moose and Z could be trusted by parents and caregivers alike. The tutelage of Moose and Z, along with the caliber of education offered, are what set Nick Jr. apart from the alternative, with the exception of Sprout, as that was also a really great program. However, on March 1st, 2012, without a heads up, Moose and Z, along with the wholesome format of Nick Jr., would be taken off the air. Nick Jr. was now the smart place to play, without notice or without comment. Now, I was fairly young when this happened, but I still remember being upset and wondering what happened to the channel that I once loved. Now, granted, many of the old shows would still air, but of course they would eventually be taken off the air and replaced with the shows you see now. Now, before I dive deeper into the topic of this video, allow me to let you all relive some of your childhood memories. And please stay tuned, as I feel what I have to say next is truly from the heart.
Let's play shorter or taller one more time. This time, tell me who is shorter, me or the giraffe?
You.
I am? You're right. I am shorter than the giraffe. The giraffe is taller than me. Well, what if I do this? Who's shorter now? Me or the giraffe?
You, miss.
Well, look at that. You're absolutely right. I am still definitely shorter. That's some neck you've got there. Is it difficult to find ties in your size? Pinky Dinky Doo is next. My pal Z has legs that are pink, feathers that are blue, and eyes that blink. Oh, hello everyone. Z and I are rhyming. You see, when two words have the same ending sound, they rhyme. Words like pink and blink. Pink and blink rhyme. Let's rhyme together. Finish this rhyme. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Right. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Let's try another rhyme. Pat a cake, baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Right again. Pat a cake, baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Thanks for rhyming with me. It's truly a delight, because when it comes to rhyming, you're out of sight. The Upside Down Show is coming up soon. Z and I have something to show you. It's not the rings of Saturn. It's not the dark side of the moon. It's shapes in space. Hey, I see one of my favorites, a square. A square is a shape with 4 equal sides, like this one. Help Z find another shape with 4 equal sides. Help Z find another square. How about this shape? Is this a square? Let's count the sides together. 1, 2, 3. Is this a square? No, this shape only has 3 sides. It's not a square, it's a triangle. What about this one? Let's count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 equal sides. So is this shape a square?
It is.
It is. Astronomical. You know your shapes. Blue's Clues is coming up soon. Hello again. Thanks for helping us find squares in space. Looks like Z would like to find another shape. What shape would you like to find, Z? A circle. Okay, let's help Z find a circle. Do you see a circle?
There. Right there. Right there.
Yep, there's one.
There's another one over there.
Oh my!
A circle.
There's another one.
That's one that's over there. A circle.
I do believe you're right. That's a circle too. Well, beam me up, Smarty. You found all the circles. And here's a shiny gold star for you, Z. Blue's Clues is next.
Blue's Clues enhances preschoolers' problem solving and metacognition.
Well, I've made my list and I've checked it twice. With only one thing, it's rather concise. Listen closely, please lend me your ear. I only want a candy cane this year. Come on, put a smile on my festive face. No sweater, no scarf could ever take its place. There's only one key to my holiday cheer. I only want a candy cane this year. So don't stuff my stocking with candies of all types. I just want that treat with the red and white stripes. Curved on the top, straight on the side. Annually enjoyed by tongues worldwide. On snowy nights, tucked snugly in bed. Dreams of prancy candy canes dance in my head. Even in sleep, my one wish is clear. I only want a candy cane this year. Morning already? Time to wake up with a stretch and a yawn. Hey, look at that! My umbrella is gone. Rub my eyes, 'cause I can't wait to see just what's downstairs waiting for me. Get up, lazy bones, gifts are under the tree. How did you know? I mean, what could this be? You got my message so loud and clear. I finally got a pair of socks this year. Socks? Well, it's not what I expected, I can't pretend. But the best gift of all is having you for a friend. My toes are warm and fuzzy, in socks I hold dear. The candy cane can surely wait till next year. You did get me a candy cane? You big faker! Why don't we share? Hey, want a bite?
So, do y'all understand now why I want so badly for Noggin and or Nick Jr. to return to its old format? It just had a charm that the current Nick Jr. just doesn't have. Now, I do want to say that if you enjoy the current Nick Jr., please, please, please don't let this video make you feel bad for liking it. However, Moose and Z just gave Nick Jr. so much more life. It was truly like preschool on TV. Moose and Z were there for us when we were young, and, well, maybe some of us probably didn't have much friends at the time. But Moose and Z made up for all of that. They felt like more than just mascots. They felt like friends we could count on to cheer us up when we were sad, or to just make us happy even if we were already happy. And I mean, how could I forget the old shows? You know, Oswald, Upside Down Show, Franklin, Little Bear, Miss Spider, Sunny Patch Friends, Max and Ruby, Backyardigans, Blue's Clues, and so many other shows all had a certain appeal to them that made them so great. Each of them stood out for having taught so many valuable lessons. Same goes for Moose and Z. Both of them taught so many crucial lessons that still stick with me to this day. And it may sound crazy, but I truly believe that Moose and Z returning and just the whole channel reverting back to the way it used to be would be huge. I mean, there are still so many people who wish for the return of Moose and Z along with its old shows, and you know, everything to just go back to its original format. That is why I'm making this video, in hopes that Nick Jr. somehow sees this and really considers reverting Nick Jr. back to its, well, original format. Now, I do want to say that if Nick Jr. did go back to its original format, all the new shows would still be there, along with the old shows. I'm able to acknowledge that there are people who enjoy the shows that they put out now, and I just would hate for them to get taken off the air, and would rather that all of us, old Noggin fans and new Noggin fans, or Nick Jr. fans, sorry, can come together and enjoy them reverting the channel back to the way it used to be together. I'd love for all of us to enjoy that together. And just to make it easier to those who may still be confused on what I'm getting at, essentially just imagine Nick Jr.'s old format with, you know, Moose and Z, and just imagine old Nick Jr. back. The only difference would be we'd get new songs, you know, from Moose and Z, and the new shows that are airing currently would be there along with the old shows. We could even get some new segments from Moose and Z that air in between shows, along with the old ones, of course. I mean, I know the chances of this happening are probably slim, but if I were to just one day turn on Nick Jr. and see Moose and Z back, and, you know, just everything back to the way it used to be, it would make me so happy, and I know it would make so many others happy as well. And if you made it, to those who made it this far, thank you for taking the time to listen. And I guess the only thing I could ask is for you to share this video, and hopefully it gets shared enough that we get Nick Jr.'s attention, and maybe they could consider reverting it back to its original format. And not just through an app, I mean like the actual TV channel. And like I said, thank you for taking the time to listen, and I hope you all have a good day. Take care, guys.